Hello everyone, very good afternoon and welcome back once again to StudyIQ English, your favorite channel, and I'm your educator Praveen Mishra. And let's just begin today's session, that is the Hindu analysis, date being, yes, it's 3rd of June, right, 2025. So the top headlines, obviously from the context or from the perspective of our examination, right. So obviously, I state this every day, and today also I'll state the very same thing, that every day there are, tons and tons of news in our newspaper. We do not need to read all of them. We need to focus on the one which is having direct relation with our newspaper. Okay, so yes, dear Rishi, okay, and everyone, very good morning guys. Okay, I hope you guys are doing well, everything fine, right? Okay, so yeah, let's start the session. So the first one, the first news for us, okay, what's this? Centre will allow import of EVs at 15% to promote domestic manufacturing. So what is the news first of all? Okay, so let's just understand the context of the news. So the news is here. The centre, that is the union government, on Monday notified that the guidelines to promote domestic manufacturing of electric cars, significantly lowering import duty for foreign manufacturers which pledge to invest in domestic vehicle production. Okay, car makers will be permitted to import up to 8,000 electric vehicles at a reduced duty rate of 15% compared with the current 70 to 100%. See, this is the need of the hour. We know it very well that the biggest trouble to this globe, it's not terrorism, it's not nuclear. We can, eliminate terrorism within just 10-15 minutes. Give free hand to the defense forces of our country only. Indian forces are alone capable of eliminating terrorists throughout the globe. Only just the dirty politics shouldn't come in between, okay, domestic as well as into the international forums, okay, into the international platforms, right? So just give free hand to the Indian Defense Forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, okay, every one of them. You will see that within one day, this terrorism, the name of this virus, okay, terrorism, will wipe out from the whole globe, right? So terrorism is not that big trouble for us. Okay, it's just, we are waiting for the right time maybe, or something, some internal setup could be there, okay, between the nations, right? Now, we talk about nuclear. Nuclear is also not that big trouble. Okay, yes, they are trouble, but they are on the second and the third ranks. The primary trouble, the most important trouble is the global warming, that is basically the global pollution. We know it very well that how, just talking about India, let's not talk about the globe, just India. When it comes to world's top 20 most polluted countries, every year as per the Air Quality Index, AQI, out of 20 top most polluted countries, 7 or 8 of them are from India, including the cities of Delhi, Calcutta, okay, Chennai, Bangalore, right, and many other. Kanpur we have got many cities, okay, which are, in top list when it comes to top 10 and top 20 most polluted cities of the globe, right? So obviously the trouble here is the air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, soil pollution, everything. And the biggest remedy that is at the immediate available time is here with us is the production of electric vehicles. That is reduction of carbon emission as much as we can, as early as we can, as much and as early. Industries, they do provide carbon, okay, the carbon emission, in industries it is going on. Yes, that's correct. But, the biggest amount of carbon combustion, it is happening in our vehicles, from bike to cars. And now we have got a remedy that is known as electric vehicles. And now it is time for us to promote electric vehicles as much as we can, and for which you have got this particular data, that is 15% of the duty. So under the policy, domestic manufacturers can import vehicles at a concessional 15% duty, right? So we have got, you talk about carbon sequestration. We had the erstwhile Kyoto Protocol replaced by the Conference of Parties 21 or the Paris Agreement. We have got the Copenhagen Agreement. We have got the Ramsar Convention on the wetland sites. So all focusing on the greenery. Like, the most important thing, every environmental convention starts with one single line, that is carbon capturing, carbon sequestration. So countries like us, that is India, we have committed as per our nationally determined goals, as per our NDGs, okay, as per our SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, as per our commitment to the international forums, what we have stated, that maximum by year 2070. Okay, maximum by when? By year 2070, India shall become, we shall become what? We shall become a country with neutrality of carbon combustion. We will be providing 0% of carbon combustion. Okay. But countries like America, they have committed by 2040, 2050, America and China, right? So they can do that. Basically, they have the power, they can do that because they are basically the developed nations. Okay, but we are the developing nations and we can't do it by 2040 and 50. We can do it by only 2060, 70, something like that. But that is also, talking about 4 decades ahead of the time. Okay, and presently what we are experiencing, huge level of warmth, of this heat, right? Now, understand the fact, the problem. Since last 35 years, this summer that we are experiencing specifically, this summer, okay, it is the summer which has experienced the arrival of monsoon predetermined date, or the date from the expected time, a predate from the expected time. For the first time it has happened in last 35 years that monsoon hit the southern coast 4 days prior to the expected date, and it will be also hitting the northern coast, okay, obviously 4 to 5 days before the expected date. That is in mid-June, no, or by 20th June, no, it will be here by 15th June only, right? So this is what the whole system, whole story says. And now talking about the next thing. As per the World Meteorological Department or Organization, WMO, we are talking about WMO, World Meteorological Organization, the years between 2025 to 29 will be the hottest recorded year. 1 year between 2025 to 2029 will be the hottest year ever of this planet. Average global temperature of the earth, it is increasing by 1.5 degrees Celsius. Okay, right. As per the conventions, it was our target to decrease the average global temperature by 2 degrees Celsius, okay, and consider it between the 1850 to 1900s of the average, temperature of the world, as it was between 1850 to 1900, okay, time period. So now what we are experiencing, 1.5 degree temperature has increased annually. Okay, this is what the statement which has came from the World Meteorological Department. We discussed this in the last week, the Hindus only. Right, the Hindu session only. So here when we talk about the global warming, and every year, we have to say this thing, that this year it is the hottest year. Yes, every year we are saying this, that this year it is the hottest year. Ultimately it is, right? And we are experiencing a big trouble. In fact, it is troubling the economy. It is troubling the, the construction work. It is troubling the manufacturing work. It is troubling basically the whole production system. And ultimately, one day will come when this particular earth will be considered as the, boiling planet. We all will be evaporated. We all will be, gone, right? So, in order to save the planet, what do we need? We need such type of an initiatives, and really an applaudable task, okay, by the government, commendable task by the government to provide relief to the manufacturers of EV. And yes, we have got a scheme with us as well, that is known as FAME. FAME as in the full form, the faster adoption and manufacturing of electric and hybrid vehicles in India. In short, we call it as the FAME India scheme. Now, what is this part of? FAME India is part of the National Electric Mobility Mission Plan. Okay, it is our target to by 2030. Don't know whether we will be able to achieve this one or not. By 2030, okay, as per the plan, 100%, okay, 100% of the vehicles on the Indian roads shall be electric vehicles. Okay, this is what the National Mobility Mission Plan or the National Electric Mobility Mission Plan has to state, that by the year 2030. Okay, so within next 5 years, I don't know whether it will be happening or not. But yes, as per the present National Electric Mobility Mission Plan, okay, we have got this target. Next, the scheme's main objective is to encourage the adoption of electric and hybrid vehicles by offering upfront incentives on purchase. So we have got the incentives on purchase. If you are buying the electric vehicle, you get the incentives, and then we have also got the production linked incentives. If you are producing or manufacturing the electric vehicles, then also you are being provided with an incentive, and now the 15% duty discount as well has been now given, right? The scheme covers not only exact electric but the hybrid vehicles as well. Hybrid electric vehicles as in those who have got powers from both as in from electricity as well as the conventional fuel, right? So it is for the sake of what? It is for the sake of both type of vehicles, electric, absolutely purely electric, and yes, absolutely not electric but yes, hybrid in nature. So the FAME focuses on 4 prominent areas, okay? So technology development, demand creation, having the pilot projects as well as the charging infrastructure. You know what the biggest challenge? What do you think, guys? The biggest challenge would be out of these 4. Anyone, any idea into the comment section? Okay, yeah, good morning guys. Good afternoon basically. Hybrid there, hybrid as in what? This word hybrid, okay, basically means 2 different things. Okay, 2 different things. Okay, so this is what the word hybrid basically means. So there are vehicles, okay, there are cars, those who have got dual power supply, okay, dual power supply. So the one is electric and the other one is general conventional fuel, maybe, you know, petrol or diesel, whatever, right? Obviously you can use one at a time. Okay, you can use electric power at a time or you can switch, that is petrol or diesel. Like there are cars now, we have got now the cars that are having dual power, that is they are also having the petrol or diesel power with them or also having the CNG, right? So this is what hybrid, okay? I hope this is clear. So now when we talk about the biggest challenge in these 4 areas, it's not the first, second and third, it's the 4th one, charging infrastructure. We have got the filling stations or what we call it in general, you know, this petrol tankies, that petrol station everywhere, okay, within, you know, every 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers at least you will find one petrol station or the filling station, right? Okay, but are we having charging stations regularly at every 2, 3, 4, 5 or even 50 or 100 kilometers? No, so far we haven't got it, okay? But yes, the biggest challenge will be providing the charging infrastructure, okay? We are good with technology development, we are going well, okay? We are going with demand creation, yes, we are going well. We are going with good with pilot projects, yes, we are going very well in that, okay? But yes, the last one is more challenging, okay, more difficult in nature, right? Okay, so here we go. Next news. We discussed this yesterday, right? The Kheer temple in Kashmir, right? So here is the news again. Pahalgam terror attack casts shadow on Kheer Bhawani festival turnout, right? So as you can see, the devotees, they are arranging the earthen lamps on the eve of the Kheer Bhawani Mela at Janipur in Jammu and in Jammu, right? Okay. So the Tulmulla region, okay, the Tulmulla region of Jammu, okay, which is having a very famous temple inside that is known as Kheer Bhawani Mata temple, okay, and this Kheer Bhawani Mata temple is also, you know, hosting a Mela every year that is known as Kheer Bhawani Mela. Now, after the cowardly terrorist attacks by that so-called Napak country, by that so-called Pak country with all Napak activities, right? नाम पाकिस्तान है, हरकतें सारी नापाक हैं, right? The name is Pakistan, okay, but all the actions are napak, right? ना करे भाईजान, लाइक सुधर जाएं, है ना, उनको यही बोल सकते हैं, लाइक काहे का भाई काहे की जान, वी डोंट हैव एनी भाईचारा विथ यू, नीदर वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग एनी भाईचारा विथ यू गाइस, बट यस वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग रिवेंज फ्रॉम आवर साइड एंड वी विल बी टेकिंग इट. Operation Sindoor is not yet done, right? It's undergoing, and this is what Pakistan should understand, right? Okay, so abhi, this is what, just the message we have to give to this napak people at the borders, okay, beyond the borders, basically, not the borders, beyond the borders of the, the western side, right? So Pahalgam, 22nd of April, we can't forget, we will never forget Pahalgam, just like we never forget Riyasi. We never forget Uri, we never forgot Pulwama, we never forget 99, 71, 65, 48, we will never. There could be, people coming from liberal school, de-escalate, 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 war is not good, war is not good, war is not good. We didn't start the war, right? We didn't went to Pakistan and, started asking the Pakistani people, okay, to give me the Quetta region, the Balochistan region, the Lahore region, the Sindh region. Okay, we have given them. It was part of my country, my territory till 1947, but we gave it to the Muslim League and to the so-called leader named Muhammad Ali Jinnah, right? We never went into the Pakistani territory. Not that we want my Sindh bank, my Sindh back. Did we ever went to Sindh? I have stated, right, even my national anthem has it. Punjab, Sindh, Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravid, Utkal, Banga. In my national anthem, I don't have a territory that is known as Sindh. My national anthem feels like, okay, it's bit injustice. That I don't have that Sindh region in me. I don't have whole Punjab with me as well. Half Punjab I'll also given, right? So I never went to Pakistan and demanded those people that, give me back my Punjab, give me back the whole of the Sindh that's in my national anthem at least, right? So it's okay. Once we have given, we have given. Kashmir became part of India in 1947 only, 1948 only. Through proper, instrument of accession, through proper signing, Maharaja Hari Singh declared that it is, is not going to have any kind of an alliance with Pakistan, and with all support, public support, government support and everything, then we got the crown of our country, that is Kashmir, and Kashmir belongs to me, Kashmiris belongs to me, right? That is India. So we never went to Pakistan. Now, these idiots are only coming. They want Kashmir. Why do you want Kashmir? Who told you that Kashmir belongs to you? POK diya na. Right, you got the POK, and you must be, relying with POK that at least you have got it part of Kashmir, right? You have given that POK, part of POK to China, okay, creating that CPAC, CPEC, disturbing my sovereignty. Did we raise any voice? We didn't, right? So it's the war that has been started in 48, 65, 71, 99. Presently, we didn't start it, right? Okay, we gave the counter-offensive measures, not the offensive measures. So if you think that you are going to, talk about the peace into the global stages, and you are saying that you got it, it's kind of a center of gravity, okay, and you are saying that it's all over social media, then you are the biggest dumb personality ever, right? So here is what the concept of Pahalgam, we are not going to forget it, right? And now this is troubling my internal culture. The tensions they have, started once again, they have sparked once again in the valley. Thankfully, after the abrogation of 370 from 2019 till 2025, what we have seen, the tensions were reducing. It was ending, actually. It was on the verge of extinction, right? But one Pahalgam attack, one 22nd April, it raised the tensions once again. And in fact, even more than the previous days. Right now, this time, what we are experiencing, the tension in the valley, it is more as compared to the previous days, right? So we are not going to have these altercations every now and then. You must be having your own acumen. You should be understanding it with your own, thoughts, that you are the stalwarts of the terrorism right now, and we are the victims of terrorism right now. And this terrorism, just one incidence of Pahalgam has now created whole ruckus inside the valley. And now there is a festival, right? Festival that is known as Kheer Bhawani Mela. And what if the devotees are going there? The tensions they have conflagrated, they have sparked once again, right? So Kashmir belongs to India, but the problem is the Pakistan and the Pakistani sympathizers, both, right? So they are the biggest trouble. So here we have got the concern with us, the Kheer Bhawani Mata temple. Okay, so once again, Mata Rani bless you all. Okay, so we talk about the features. Once again, we discussed it yesterday only. So the Kheer Bhawani Mela, so held at the Kheer Bhawani temple, located where? In the Tulmulla village, Gandarbal district of Jammu and Kashmir. And the temple is dedicated to whom? Once again, it is Ranganya Devi. Okay, also known as Kheer Bhawani Mata, who is considered as the incarnation of goddess Durga. Right, so guys, remember, very important point from the subject of Indian art and culture. So first of all, Kheer Bhawani temple, Tulmulla village, Gandarbal district, okay, where? Jammu and Kashmir. Dedicated to whom? Kheer Bhawani Mata, obviously Kheer Bhawani Devi, also known as Kheer Bhawani, but the actual name is what? Raganya Devi, okay. Said to be the incarnation of whom? Said to be the incarnation of goddess Durga. That's it, okay. Here we go. Kheer Bhawani, the most important deity of whom? The Kashmiri Pandits. After the exodus, once again, not exile, exodus of Kashmiri Pandits, you know, the Kheer Bhawani remains one of the most important source of hope that Kashmiri Pandits might return back to Kashmir. Okay. Then there are, you know, there is a pond inside the temple with water, obviously. And as per the local belief, okay, the color of the water changes, and if it is seen as black color, okay, then it is considered as bad omen. And remember, the devotees, they offer what? They offer kheer, okay, that is rice pudding, a dessert, to the goddess, hence the name Kheer Bhawani temple, okay, Kheer Bhawani Mata. Right, and the Kheer Bhawani Mela as well. So remember guys, celebration Jeshth Ashtami, as per the Hindu calendar, that is between May to June. Okay, then apart from that, attracts thousands of Kashmiri Pandits, including those who migrated out of the valley during 1990s. And it is not just a festival, it is the hope or the symbol of return and resilience to the displaced Kashmiri Pandits. Okay, so let's hope, fingers crossed, let's hope for the best, right? So here we go. Next news. Influencer denied basic amenities in jail and threatened by Kolkata police. Sharmishta Panoli. Well, how to quote this? I'm not so sure whether I'm attracting some controversy or I don't know what, but still, let's be very specific. I feel jealous of Pakistan. I do. I must admit it, that dear Pakistan, well, Kaika dear once again, Pakistan, I feel jealous of your luck. You know, you have got people in Pakistan, those who are, you know, very big patriot and nationalistic. Obviously, Pakistani people are. We are also, no doubt in that. But the jealous factor is here. Pakistan has got sympathizers not in just Pakistan, it has got in India, in Bangladesh, you know, in many parts of the world, specifically India. Many of the Indians, lakhs and lakhs, crores and crores of Indians, they are living in India, but their heart beats for Pakistan. Right, unfortunately. So I feel jealous of this country sometimes. That a failed state, a terrorist state, a state with the name Pakistan, with all Napak activities, but, you know, has got focus. People are, you know, protesting to release water for Pakistan in India. When we stopped the Indus Water Treaty, the water flowing towards Pakistan as per the 1960 treaty, people in India started protesting against Indian government for Pakistan, that no water, chodo bhuke pyase mar rahe bhai. Right? So this is what that country has got a luck, huh? And that's what where my bad luck is, my country's bad luck is. I've got lakhs and crores of people basically, right? Indians, but not Indians. Pakistanis, not actual Pakistanis, but Pakistani, right? So this is happening. And now talking about this case, the arrest of influencer Sharmishta Panoli. No, I'm not defending her. We are not defending her. She made a mistake. You know, freedom of speech doesn't mean that you are going to deface or simply raise the questions on dignity of any other individual, community, religion, institution, organization. No. Yes, her words was, defacing. Her words was derogatory. It was blasphemic. Yes, she did that mistake. She spoke in favor of her country, no doubt in that. She's a very brave girl, okay, I do admit that. But the words she took, it was blasphemous. Yes. It was against a religion. It was targeting a community that shouldn't be happening, that should not be, covered under the umbrella of free speech. No, right? Absolutely not. Right? But yes, the girl admitted her mistake. She, even apologized for her mistake. And then, Kolkata police registering the FIR and traveling 1500 kilometers of the distance to arrest an innocent girl. Innocent because she didn't do that out of intent, out of purpose. It was wrong. It was not too big crime, right? It would have been the crime if she would have been defending her that no, I stated right. She admitted the mistake, she admitted the folly, right? And she deleted the video and she apologized as well. After that, things should have been gone, right? There are millions people, not lakhs, millions, right? Okay, in India only, those who provide blasphemous comment every day on the social media. From Twitter, that is X, to Facebook, to Instagram, to YouTube, everywhere this blasphemous content is easily available, right? Just like this nudity and obscenity is easily available over the whole social media platforms, in that very same way, the blasphemous content is also easily available throughout the whole social media quite easily, right? But the fact here is, this is just an act of vengeance. This is just the act of revenge, nothing more than that. And here we have got a doctrine that talks about the case of Sharmishta. Once again, before changing the slide, I am not defending her. We are not defending her. Yes, she made a mistake. Blasphemy towards any religion is nowhere allowed, nowhere permitted, right? Okay, but yes, considering the action she did later on, she admitted it, okay, she deleted the video, this action could have been avoided. It was basically not needed. But yes, sometimes things happens for a good. This has made many Indians realize that what they are up to and what they will be facing if they do not get active now, if they do not get, aware now. Right, okay, so this case has highlighted. And now talking about from the context of our examination, right, okay. The doctrine of mens rea. Okay, the doctrine of mens rea. What is that? It talks about mens rea, that is, it's a Latin phrase basically. Okay, remember, it's the Latin phrase. Okay, it talks about the guilty mind. Okay, mens rea, that means guilty mind. Okay, so in criminal laws, it says, okay, specifically talking about in criminal laws, it says a person should not, remember, be punished for a crime unless they had a guilty intention. Okay. See, if you have murdered someone or any type of a grave crime, maybe by mistake or maybe, out of purpose, then it is not covered under mens rea. Let's say, for example, you were speaking something, you didn't meant to speak that thing. You were speaking something, but you didn't meant to speak that thing, right? But ultimately you spoke it. That can be covered under, that can be covered under mens rea. Sometimes, it happens that people speak something that they don't had the intentions, but, out of the flow they speak something, right? So that could be, defended under mens rea. It does. So depending on the statute and context, mens rea can include intention, that is the highest degree of culpability, like murder. Secondly, knowledge, awareness of likely consequences. Were you aware what you were doing? What will be the consequences? Are you aware of this? Right? Then Recklessness, as in conscious disregard of the risk. Okay, you just were aware but you said no, no, let it be. Okay, वो हिंदी में एक टर्म आता है ना, जो होगा देखा जाएगा, right, like that. So, and lastly, the negligence, as in failure to exercise reasonable care. Okay, as in often used in civil law, but also in some criminal statutes. So, these are the four things. Okay, starting from intention, knowledge, recklessness, and negligence. So, these are the things which talks about the doctrine of mens rea. Okay, and remember, in the case of Sharmishta Panoli, the arrest of Sharmishta Panoli, we have a special session coming on this topic, guys. Okay, today around by 5:30 p.m. we shall be having a special session, okay, discussing about the Sharmishta Panoli case in detail, in depth, and what is about mens rea and what could had been done, what could have been done, and what has done. Let's understand in a very detailed manner. It's a very interesting and a very important topic for us to understand. So guys, stay tuned with the channel. I hope you have hit the subscribe button to the channel. Okay, if not, then please hit the subscribe button. Okay, you will be having the Sharmishta Panoli case. Okay, the whole analysis of the case, the whole perspective, the context from the UPSC CSE will be discussed today itself. Okay guys, so here we go to the next news. NGT asks the firm to give details of cargo in the sunken vessel. Since last 1 week, okay, we have discussed about this ship with 640 cargo containers, out of which, you know, there were some 13 cargo containers which were having some deadly thing like calcium carbide, CSAT, and the furnace oil. We have already discussed it n number of times. And now here is the context. NGT, National Green Tribunal. Okay, so guys, I don't think so. Yeah, this Liberian ship, okay, CSAT, you remember, you know it very well. In the previous 7 days we have discussed it almost, I guess, 3 to 4 times, right? What is calcium carbide, acetylene gas, okay, the ripening of the fruits, right? And apart from that, the furnace oil, also known as the fuel oil, okay, very dark and thick viscous material, okay, the remnants, okay, the residuary of the refinery of the crude oil, okay, it is what known as the furnace oil. So we have discussed this in detail, right? Okay, the one which you know, provides too much of the release of phosphorus into the environment, obviously too deadly, too dangerous. Now here comes the next thing, that is NGT into the picture, the National Green Tribunal. What is this National Green Tribunal now? So it is a specialized body set up under the National Green Tribunal Act of 2010 for the sake of effective and expeditious disposal of cases relating to environmental protection and conservation of forests and other natural resources. Just the beginning of the session, we were discussing about the EV cars, right? And the 15% import, you know, this concession what we have got. What is this purpose? What is the basic purpose? What is the intent? To promote greenery. Okay, to lessen the environmental pollution, to lessen the carbon combustion. Okay, and for that very same particular reason, very same intent, very same particular reason, we have established a particular special court, tribunal, as in basically the word tribunal means a special court. And this tribunal is known as National Green Tribunal. So, special court for the sake of greenery, for the sake of environmental protection. Right, so what it is here, let's see. So with the establishment of NGT, India became the third country in the world to set up a specialized environmental tribunal, only after Australia, rank 1, and New Zealand, rank 2. Okay, so these were the first 2 countries, okay, with a specialized court, a specialized tribunal for the sake of cases related to environment and ecology. Okay, the third one, it is us, that is India. Right, so a wonderful initiative. So NGT, it is mandated to make disposal of applications or appeals within 6 months, because since it's a fast track court, a special purpose court, a fast track court, right? So we have got the time limit as well. How much? 6 months only, right? One particular case, okay, shall be wiped, shall be winded up, okay, shall be covered within maximum 6 months. Okay, so NGT, it is having 5 principal places. So the New Delhi is the headquarters, and apart from that, it is having the zonal offices where Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh, Pune, Maharashtra, Kolkata, West Bengal, and Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Right, so these are the 4 different zonal offices, or you can say branch offices of NGT. Obviously, the principal place, that is the headquarter, it's the capital of India, that is New Delhi. Right. Okay. Next, the tribunal comprises of a chairperson, okay, and the judicial members and expert members. Okay, so a chairperson, some members from judiciary, and some members, those who are expert in the field of environment and ecology. They hold the office for a term of 3 years or till the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. Okay, and once they retire, they are not, literally not eligible for reappointment. Okay, once they retire, okay, they are not eligible for reappointment inside the NGT. So the chairperson is appointed by central government, and this government has to consult with whom? The Chief Justice of India. Okay, and a selection committee shall be formed by central government to appoint the judicial members and the expert members. Okay, then there are to be at least 10 and maximum 20 full-time judicial members and expert members into the tribunal. So maximum membership could not exceed 20 and minimum it should be 10. So this is minima and this one is the max. Right? So remember, minimum 10 including judicial plus expert members and 20 including once again judicial plus expert members. Right? So the tribunal has jurisdiction over all civil cases involving substantial question relating to environment, including enforcement of any right relating to environment. So remember guys, okay, NGT is a, remember just one, please note down one line. Okay, NGT is a quasi judicial body with all powers of a civil court. Remember guys, it has the powers of civil court only and not the criminal court. Okay. Now, in October 2021, the Supreme Court declared the NGT, okay, as one of the unique endowment of this country, okay, and having the suo motu authority. Suo motu as in, once again, a Latin phrase which means in English, on its own. Suo motu can initiate any proceedings, any investigation, that is simply any case without any litigation, without any appeal. So remember guys, suo motu. In your judiciary, you will learn a chapter in your polity that is known as judicial activism. Okay, that is known as what? Judicial activism. And this judicial activism basically means what? Once again, suo motu, that is without any appeal. Simply without any appeal or even without any litigation, the judiciary can initiate any proceedings. So this is known as suo motu. And in 2021, Supreme Court gave the suo motu power to NGT. Okay, that's it. So as per Supreme Court, the role of NGT is not simply adjudicatory in nature. It has to perform equally vital roles that are preventive, ameliorative, or even remedial in nature. Right, so this is what Supreme Court has stated in 2021, that NGT, it is a quasi-judicial body, first of all, with all powers of a civil court, and can also go ahead with prevention, punishment, amelioration of any type of offense related to the greenery, the environment and ecology. And remember, can have the suo motu action as well, that is without any appeal on its own. Right. So here we go to the next news, next topic for the day. Transgender couple to be named as parents in childbirth record, says the High Court. So, a wonderful judgment. First of all, a grand salute to the Kerala High Court, okay, from my side, from our side, for this judgment. It's needed for those people. Okay, so transgender couple to be named as parents in childbirth record, says the Kerala High Court. Okay, so in Monday directed the Kozhikode Corporation to issue a new birth certificate for a child born to the state's first transgender parents, terming the parents instead of father and mother in the certificate. Okay, and the court passed the directive while disposing of the writ petition filed. Okay. So, basically, once again, yesterday we discussed about the NAS Foundation case, right? So, today also it is focusing there. Why am I being judged on my gender, on my sex, on my sexual orientation? I'm straight, okay, fantastic. I am a homosexual. I'm whatsoever. I'm a transgender. I'm a third gender. I am something that is not straight. Is it my fault? Huh? Am I a criminal there if I'm having, any particular homosexuality feelings with me? It's not, right? So, whether I'm straight, this is also not my fault. Whether I'm not straight, this is also not my fault. I'm a male, okay. I'm a female, okay. I might be the third gender, that is the transgender. That is also not my fault, right? It's all created by the Almighty. The feelings that you induce in yourself, in myself, I have all the feelings that is given to me by my nature, by my God. And how can God do wrong? Tell me, how can God make a mistake? God never makes a mistake. It's humans that can commit the mistakes, not the nature, not the God, right? So if God has made third gender, transgender, then who are we to discriminate the transgender? Even. One of the forms of the gods of the God of the gods. Who is he? Yes, Shankara Mahadeva, right? So even Mahadev has got one form that is known as Ardhanareshwar, right? When even, the God of gods, when Mahadev, right, can have a form that is Ardhanareshwar, right? Then who are we to discriminate? And this is where, Kerala High Court is to be, given a grand salute again. That yes, give them the rights. They need it. They want it. They deserve it, right? And yesterday we discussed about the NAS Foundation case, right? So the very same case reference is here, as we have already discussed that how a big level of leap and loop, the section 377 faced from 1860s till 2009. Section 377 was a criminal offence. After the NAS Foundation case judgment of 2009, section 377 was decriminalized. But then once again in 2013, right, we have got another case, okay, that is named as, here we have the Suresh Kumar Kaushal versus NAS Foundation, in which it was once again stated that no, section 377 is right and it should be criminalized again, right? But then finally in 2018, Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India, Supreme Court struck down section 377, right? So remember guys, from 1860 till 2009, section 377 was a criminal offence. From 2009 to 2013, okay, it was section 377 was not a criminal offence. Then from 2013 till 2018, section 377 was once again criminal offence. But from 2018 onwards, totally non-criminal offence. Okay, totally it's not an offence. Okay, totally not the offence anymore. So NAS Foundation case got it decriminalized. Okay, then Suresh Kumar Kaushal case got it criminalized again, and then Navtej Singh Johar case got it decriminalized it again. Again, what it was violating? It was violating my Article 21, right to life and personal liberty. My sexual orientation is my choice. My feelings are my feelings, none of your feelings. Until and unless it is disturbing the harmony, the social fabric of the country. Until and unless. Right? And yes, it was also about the doctrine of constitutional morality. It was about Article 14. It was Article 15 that was getting violated because of Section 377. Right? So what is Article 14? Obviously, we know it very well. Equality before law. And Article 15, right against discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, and place of birth. Right? So here we go to the next topic. It could be a topic in which you might be comfortable, might not be comfortable. But ultimately, it's part of the news, it's part of the syllabus as well. No language as tolerant as Kannada, okay, says the Booker winner Banu Mushtaq. So there is a writer here, so name is Banu Mushtaq, okay, please remember the name, okay. So if you can see the Chief Minister of Karnataka felicitating the International Booker Prize winner Banu Mushtaq, okay. So what she has stated, that there is no language on this planet which is as tolerant as Kannada. But the only thing is, some nuisance element, some anti-social, anti-Indian element, okay, they have just disturbed this, okay. Rishi, I'll explain liberty at the end of the session, guys, okay, don't worry. Just let me finish this point, okay. After this topic, I'll explain liberty, right. So, Banu Mushtaq, right. So, what she has stated, I second this statement. This is absolutely correct. In fact, not only Kannada, any language, they are all tolerant. It's just about some anti-social, anti-Indian elements. You know, the people, those who are fighting for Marathi, Kannada, Tamil, Hindi, Bengali, Malayali, they are not the real Indians, I'll tell you. They are someone backed by, you know, some anti-Indian elements, I'll tell you. The common man, the actual Indian, the real Indian, the patriot, the nationalist Indian will never fight on the grounds of language, religion, etc. Never, never. I know, I am a patriot Indian, I'm a nationalist Indian, I'm never going to fight on the grounds of language. Never ever. And yes, Kannada, I'll talk about Kannada language, right? The language with some wonderful, you know, writings, scriptures, poems, stories, everything. It's my pride, okay. Language of Kannada is my pride, Tamil language is my pride, Marathi is my pride, Gujarati, all of those languages that are registered in the constitution, official languages, and all of those languages as well that are not officially recognized, they are all my pride. They are Indian languages, right? They have originated from any of the Indian group of languages. So they are all part of my pride, right? Why should I be, you know, saying that this language is not good, that language is not good, I'll speak this language here, I will speak that language there. But yes, you know, there are few things inside our constitution because of which some disturbances and discrepancies they do get inside our society. Maybe we are not ready to accept those things as of now, maybe, I don't know, but this is what constitution has to state, okay, right? Remember guys, before I change the slide, one word, one line again. The language is my pride, right? And an actual Indian, the real Indian, the national patriot Indian will never fight over language, at least over language, right? Rest, it's up to you. So we talk about the constitutional provisions of the promotion of language. Remember guys, the big mistake, the people, they have this in their mind, that what is the national language of India? Remember guys, India doesn't has any national language. We do not have any national language. We have got official languages. Okay. And as per Article 343, official language of the Union. Remember guys, this is as per the Constitution. Right. Article 343 declares Hindi in Devanagari script as the official language of the Union. Provides for the continuation of English for official purposes for 15 years from the commencement of the Constitution, that is by 1965. Constitution got commenced in 1950. Okay, so 1965. Then Article 344, Commission and Committee on the Official Language. It mandates the President to constitute a commission after every 5 years and thereafter every 10 years to recommend the progressive use of Hindi. This is what Constitution has stated under Article 344, right? Then next, if you see Article 351, Directives for the Development of Hindi Language. It directs the Union to promote the spread of Hindi and develop it so that it may serve as a medium of expression for all elements of the composite culture of India. This might be seen by many people as, a bit injustice, but it can be negotiated legally through legislative means, okay, through proper, the conventions, delegations and deliberations rather than, just fighting, right? So, emphasizes enrichment of Hindi by assimilating vocabulary from Sanskrit and other languages as well, right? So, mother of all language, we have got Prakrit, we have got Sanskrit, okay? So, we have to use that as per the Constitution. This is what, this is not any politician's statements or a government's statement or my statement. No, it's the Constitution's statement, right? Article 343, 344, 351. And as you can see, we have got Article 394 capital A, right? That talks about the authoritative text in Hindi, okay, language of the Constitution. So, what you can see, inserted by the 58th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1987. And what it says, there shall be an authoritative text of the Constitution in Hindi published by the President. And if there is any divergence between the English and Hindi versions, the English text will prevail. So, every parliamentary act shall be, shall be printed in English as well as Hindi. And if there are any discrepancy between the Hindi one and the English one, so which shall prevail? Okay, only and only the English one shall prevail in case of any discrepancy between the translations. Okay, this is what Article 394 capital A has to state, right? So, why it matters? It reflects the constitutional recognition of Hindi, okay, not only as an official language under Article 343, but also as a language capable of carrying legal and constitutional authority. And it also shows the promotion of Hindi was extended to the Constitution itself decades after its adaptation. This is what constitutional norms are, right? So, here we go. Next news, India-Prague can strengthen the trade ties. What the Prime Minister has to state, okay? So, whole big news, right? Let's shorten it. Nothing to worry about, guys. The strike, the highlight of the news is this one word, that is Mercosur. Okay. So, what is this Mercosur? So, first of all, the thing that is to be marked, okay, Mercosur came into existence in 1991, and it was signed between India and the Mercosur countries in 2003. June 17, 2003. Okay, nice, right? So, let's see the Mercosur. So, as you can see the countries. So, these are the countries which are part of Mercosur. Okay. So, it is a trading bloc of South America, first of all. First thing, made on the lines of European Union. Fourth largest integrated market after European Union, headquartered where? In Montevideo. Okay, Montevideo, where it is? In Uruguay, right? So, headquartered, remember, came into existence when? 1991, guys, please mark this thing, okay? It came into existence in the year 1991, right? So the member countries, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, and Brazil. What is the aim? Once again, free movement of goods, services, capital, and people within these 4 countries, right? Okay. And we talk about India and Mercosur. So, India's trade with Mercosur touched 15.2 US dollars, accounting for 60% of India's total trade with Latin America. And India's imports mainly include crude oil from Venezuela and soya from the region. So, Venezuela being part of the OPEC, one of the major members, okay, major stakeholders, okay, and apart from Venezuela and Latin America, we have also got with us the Mercosur. Okay, so the major products they covered in the Indian offer list, they are meat products, organic and inorganic chemicals, dyes, pigments, rawhides, skins, leather articles, wool, cotton, yarn, glass, and glassware articles of iron, steel, machinery, items, okay, etc. These are all what? Part of the India's export. Remember, this is part of India's export to Mercosur. Okay, remember they are all part of the India's export to Mercosur. Okay, so 60% of Latin American trade, it is coming from these 4 countries. So you can understand how important these 4 are. So China deployed, next news, 2 aircraft carrier groups, dozens of ships to Taiwan. War is coming, guys. World war is coming. Okay, so it's just the trailer today. Okay, this is just the trailer today. Tomorrow we shall be having a detailed news over this. Okay, now I'm not giving you any bhavishyavani or the future impacts. This is quite obvious. Tomorrow we'll be having a detailed news over this, and we shall be discussing why China and Taiwan are too much under stress and who is right, whether it is Taiwan or China. So let me give you the answer here today only. It's Taiwan which is right. China wants to create that, that one China policy and that Silk Route, the Belt and Road Initiative 2.0. So because of that, China is just trying to disturb the peace inside the South China Sea, and Taiwan becomes the prime target, right? Then we have got Iran poised to dismiss US nuclear proposal, says Tehran. So Iran is set to reject a US proposal to end a decade-old nuclear dispute, an Iranian diplomat said. So Iran will make nuclear, will enrich nuclear. It has nothing to deal with the Iran nuclear deal. Simply Iran has stated. A big slap on the US's cheeks, right? बहुत आए हैं सीज फायर कराने. ईरान संभल नहीं रहा, इंडिया पाकिस्तान के बीच सीज फायर कराएंगे. ठीक है, ट्रम्प अंकल. Right? So talking about ceasefire, right? Handle Iran first. 90% uranium enriched is done. Uranium enrichment is done. Very close to have the weapon grade uranium. Okay. Once China said to Taiwan, how are you, my sweetheart? And Taiwan said, get lost. Simple. Right, guys? Okay. So these 2 newses which will be discussed in detail tomorrow, as today we shall be having the information, okay, where the things will be going on, and tomorrow it will be printed in the newspapers. So don't worry, guys, we shall be discussing them in detail, and remember please that you need to hit the subscribe button to the StudyIQ IS English channel. Okay, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, never miss an update from the channel. Okay, right? So please, this is most important, just subscribe. And apart from that, if you wish to connect with me for the class PDF and everything, okay, you can join the Telegram channel that is named as study_with_Praveen, right? And for any such discussion if you want to have with me, so you can join my Instagram channel as well, that is named as Praveen Mishra _2107, right? Okay, guys. So that's it from my side today in this session. Thank you so much for joining. See you all tomorrow sharp 12 p.m. in the afternoon. And yes, today we shall be having the Sharmishta Panoli case in detail. Okay, guys, good day, take care, study well. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.